Hi. Hello. We're live. I don't think we're a bit of a mess, but I look like my titties are out. These low-cut shirts, I can't handle it. And shouldn't have boobs anyway. Welcome to Talk Comics to Me.
It is Wednesday. It is the 17th?
18th. Fuck. Close enough.
That was close.
It's September. I'm the lovely Champenstein.
Cramp.
I am the lovely Krampenstein.
I am Heather.
And we're here to talk about fucking new comics. And I got a lot.
Yeah, and we're going to try to make it kind of quick.
Yeah.
You know.
We can do this. We can always do it quick.
Yeah.
You want to go first?
Yeah, okay. So I have this comic called the Forever Maps. This is the very first issue. It's about a boy who finds a map. And it lasts forever. Okay, it's more than that.
Is it?
A guy, it takes place in the late 1700s. A guy who comes from a pretty fucked up family. His dad's very abusive and his mom is, during that period she was very, do whatever you want, hit me, it's fine. So he runs away from home.
Docile?
That's the word I was looking for. I was going to say subservient, but no, it wasn't that. Extreme. Docile is good. Okay. So he runs away from home, and he finds a man who is holding this map very possessively. He gets really upset about the boy coming near him. So he and this man follow this map to the spot, and they end up finding another map. That's how it starts. Basically, the maps are never ending.
Maps on maps on maps
yeah.
on maps on maps.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is. So the maps are never ending, and he becomes obsessed with it. I was telling Champ that the solicit made it seem like it was a time travel comic, which is why I got it. And it kind of is, which she pointed out also. And so this is kind of what it looks like, and normally I am not a fan of this kind of art. I really like colors and clear lines and shit, but it actually fits really well with the story, and I was very surprisingly pleased with this comic. I really enjoyed it. It was written really well.
That's good.
So yes, Forever Maps. The Forever Maps. Sorry.
Alright, I'm about to bust out a load of comics here, so please bear with me. That was good, right?
Yeah, it was really good.
Okay. First of all, this is awful. First I have Simon Says. This is a graphic novel, I guess. It's a number one. I don't know if they're making more, but it's about a Jewish man fresh out of the Holocaust who, during the Holocaust, was forced to paint swastikas on train cars. And now he's spending, after the Holocaust, after he's gotten out of the concentration camps, hunting down Nazis. Not enough Nazi killing yet, like I said. I am really enjoying it. The art style is black and white and little pops of red in it. Yeah, kind of like that. I would say a little more stylized. It's just a really heavy book, but the content itself, but it's just, I like it so far. I'm about halfway through, but the idea at this point is that he's helping the Americans find these Nazis, and they just went through the Nuremberg trials, and they just ended, and so the Americans are we've gotten our head Nazis, we're gonna get the fuck out of here, we're not gonna hunt any more Nazis, and this Jewish man is but you haven't gotten the people that matter. And so after this, he's kind of going to go off on his own and hunt Nazis.
I'm so fucking here for that.
Yeah, no, I don't know, there's something about it that's just yes, I want to see this man, just destroy everything.
But, that does things to my little Jewish heart. Little tiny me is yes.
No, and I think it's great in that kind of fulfillment, at least for the most part. Like I said earlier, there is a sequence where he's just about to kill a Nazi, just on the edge, but the Americans come and arrest him instead, which is fine, whatever, but fuck Nazis. That's all I'm here to say right now. I'm going to use my platform for this.
I mean, honestly, that's the only thing we should be saying at this point.
And then on to stuff that's way less serious. I have Aquaman. This is issue number 52. And there's a lot of stuff going on here. They fight a giant monster, and just a lot of weird heaviness in this story of Black Manta finding things, just kind of a continuation of the story. It's hard to describe because there's just so many pieces that are just from every other issue that I've read. So at this point, I would say start at Kelly Sue DeConnick's run and check it out because it is.
Was that issue 34?
34? Have I been reading it that long?
Okay, so it was either 34 or 38. I might just be thinking 4 because 44 was the one you couldn't find for the longest time.
Maybe it was 38. I don't know. Something
I have
around there.
all these Aquaman numbers in my head, and I don't know why they're significant.
But I think it's a good run. The art is solid all the way through. I'm really loving the story. I really like just the development of Aquaman, kind of getting his memories back and trying to live with all of these sea gods in Amnesty Bay.
Have Mira and Aquaman shell phoned each other yet?
Not yet. No talking to each other yet. Baby's on the way. No, nobody's talking to each other. All right, now I'm going to talk about Batman.
Is that the jet ski issue?
Yes.
Okay.
I believe so. Wait.
So many things happened with jet skis yesterday, you guys.
Yeah.
Charlie XCX released her new video on a jet ski. Contra Void released his new music video that he filmed himself, by the way, with the GoPro on a jet ski. And then this fucking
Batman and Catwoman riding jet skis.
This is jet ski season.
This is issue number 79. There is a note in here that I must have missed the last issue that these issues take place before issue 77.
Okay, so they're not just chilling.
Yeah, they're not just chilling.
Okay.
But this kind of goes more into, Catwoman and Batman kind of figuring out what to do, robbing Magpie of all of the venom that's going to Gotham, and deciding when they really met. And then, I don't know, shit's about to get real.
How many more issues with our boy?
6.
6 more?
85, so.
Okay.
6 more. I don't know if, jeez.
I thought I hid that, I'm so sorry.
It's a microphone, it's gonna pick it up regardless.
I was blowing it that way, so it was curve.
It was the
Alright.
Anyway, I still love Batman. I'm really excited to see how the City of Bane wraps up and what the fuck's gonna happen. Because there's also part of this issue that's plays into issue number 77 and how some of the events in that came to be.
77 was the...
Yes.
Okay. I didn't want to say it out loud for those of you who have not read it yet.
But if you are watching, you got an awesome, motion.
Yeah, me and my roommate spent a 30-minute long, conversation last night talking about how much pressure it would take to break a neck. It was weird. I read it was at least 6 pounds of pressure. But then we were trying to figure out, would that be if you just, weren't expecting it, so you were just, loose? Or what if you were tense? Yeah. I feel like it would be more than that. But, so I had to, Google the actual, formula equation to figure it out.
You should also, Google that you're not a murderer.
Oh, well, they're listening through our microphone, so they understood that. I was it takes 6 pounds, because DJ was cracking his neck, and it sounded awful. And I was like, dude, it only takes 6 pounds of pressure to break a neck. Stop doing that. So then we got into this whole conversation.
His own neck.
Yeah, we got into a whole conversation. Anyway, sorry. I'm derailing. This is Jane Foster Valkyrie.
She breaks no necks.
None. This is issue number 3, and this issue was very beautiful. In the last issue, was it the last issue or the end of the... It was the last one.
Mm-hmm.
Heimdall... This isn't a spoiler because it's been a month.
Yeah,
okay.
And I mean, it's Marvel, so who knows?
Yeah, so Heimdall gets killed So Jane Foster, being the Valkyrie, she offers to take him, where he wants to go. Since Valhalla doesn't exist, he has this very specific place that he wants to go. And this issue is their journey to get him there. They go through heaven, they go through Hades. It's really fucking
wonderful.
Cool. Yeah.
It's really powerful, especially towards the end, too, where they're just kind of in a zone.
Oh, yeah.
And he just realizes...
The way, this whole page, the way that, she explains the feeling and how she can't see anything because it's a very personal thing and she's not allowed to see it. And it's just Heimdall passing through, getting to where he needs to go or wants to go. It's very, very good. It's only 3 issues in, and I just love this series so much. And I don't know if it's just because I love the way that Jason Aaron writes, but it's so good. I love it.
It is really, really enjoyable. I honestly feel like I like the Loki series more, but that's just because it's, more silly.
Yeah. I 100% agree with you.
All right.
Want me to go?
Yeah.
Okay.
I got another bunch after this.
So this is Dead Man Logan. This is issue 11 of 12, meaning we have one left. This issue, I can never remember her name, and it drives me fucking crazy because she's in almost every single issue. Luke Cage's daughter. I don't know why I can't remember her name.
I'm telling you, we're gonna get you a notepad, and you're gonna start writing names down.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to.
Just for your own good.
So Luke Cage's daughter
and my good sometimes.
And Wolverine. I almost forgot his name for a minute too. I had to stare at him for a second. They are on their own little rescue mission to save Baby Hulk. Which I don't know if they just call him Bruce Jr. or if that's just a joke between them. But anyway, they're saving him from Sabretooth, a weirdly regenerated Sabretooth. And, I mean, that's pretty much it. They get kind of overrun by Sabretooth's men who are obviously after him. It's kind of a last-ditch effort type thing. So he's like, you guys go ahead. I only have 1 issue left. So,
I'm actually just going to cut out the next issue. See ya!
Yeah.
Just, falls off the pages.
And then some serious shit happens. Thor's hammer is in this. It's a pretty wild ending, and I don't know how they're going to, end this series. If they don't end up killing Wolverine, I'll feel like I just wasted my 50 cents on a claw machine that doesn't want to give me toys. But this is Dead Man Logan, and I do actually really enjoy this series. I just don't know how they could end it. That's all.
I mean, we'll find out.
Yeah,
next month. Okay. All right. I got another. I guess I only have a couple. I have another couple to do in a row. First is Superman's pal, Jimmy Olsen.
I love that cover so much.
I'm telling you, I fucking love this series. It is one of my favorite series to read right away. Just it makes me laugh. It makes me so filled with joy. I can't stand how much I like reading this comic. I made Chris read a little part of it because I was just laughing so hard and I needed somebody else to understand it, and you didn't need any context to read it. But this continues just Jimmy Olsen's story of how he got to Gotham. It's still in those little chunks of story where you get just little chunks of Jimmy Olsen. You do
little fractions.
Yeah, little fractions. God damn it, dude. You do get it's hard to describe, but Jimmy Olsen does have a corpse decoy. A doctor friend of his made it, and he ended up finding it when the doctor died and takes it home with him.
So his doctor just behind his back.
It's just it's
that's some Helga Pataki bullshit right there.
But he moves it into this apartment, and he's like, I'm gonna use it as an assassination decoy, and lifts up the blinds, and it gets shot twice immediately, and it's I guess not funny, but it's pretty fucking funny. It's just so good. I cannot recommend this series enough to somebody if you're just looking to read something and literally laugh the entire time, this is what you want. I fucking love it. I don't care. I love it to death. I would make anybody read it.
On a side note that's related to that, I got the guts from the second issue, so I have the Superman wearing the wig.
Do you have more than one?
Hell yeah, I do.
Okay, because we should just cut out a
I
bunch
did.
of
I
them.
cut out them already. When I saw them, I lost my mind, and I couldn't believe it. Like, Brayden came at me, like, frantically cutting out these Supermans wearing a wig. I couldn't even explain it to him.
That's so good.
Yeah.
Okay. Next is The Weatherman. This is issue number 4 of volume 2.
I hate that.
And holy shit, dude.
Did they find him? Legally in black.
They did, well, it's hard to explain. Nathan found the disc that contains Ian Black's memory.
Okay.
Lots of fun shit happens. And it ends on, like, a hella cliffhanger. And it's on a hiatus until November, and then the last issue comes out in January or December. January, I think it said. And I'm so glad I stuck on this series because I absolutely love every minute of it. It's just so filled with just so many twists and turns and something you're just, like, not prepared for at all. And this issue, like, I did not see the ending that happened coming. Like, I, like, flipped the page and I was just, like, jaw dropped, and Chris was just like, what are you reading? I'm like, The Weatherman. It's so good. It's so good. It's another series I also would highly, highly recommend just, like, picking up the first trade and checking it out, because the art's really great, the story's really interesting, and, like I said, intricate, and just, I also love, like, that sci-fi post-apocalyptic vibe that it has going on.
I love that.
I just have to, like, he's...
Okay. Yo, that's so cool!
Yeah, dude! Like, what the fuck? Not ready for it.
Oh my god. Well, I mean, let's talk about something similar.
Yeah.
This is Once in Future. Am I right when I say that this is only a 3-issue series?
No, it actually got extended to ongoing.
Cool, okay. So it was originally.
I don't remember if it was only going to be 3, but it was going to be limited for sure.
Okay. So yes, this is the second issue of Once and Future, and this is Grandma and Boy going to the site of, what would you call it? The rebirth of the Once and Future King. They're trying to stop it. Yes, they're trying to stop it. There's a group trying to keep it going. Dan Moore's art is so fucking good. I can't even handle it.
It is so good. Plus, I love Snarky Grandma so much.
Oh, yes.
She's my favorite thing about this book. I had such a good time. I wasn't ready to have such a good time, but I had a really, really good time. There's lots of blood.
Oh, yeah. There's a lot of, like, sacrifice for, like, Anglo-Saxons.
Yeah, if you want to see, like, a potentially old snarky lady monster hunter, this is the way to go.
Yeah, it's just really good. The look... Sorry, that got really close. the look of the king is...
So good.
So good.
Yeah, So, roundabout way of talking about Once in Future, if you want to, like, get into it. Grandma escapes nursing home. Grandson comes looking after her. Finds out she's a monster hunter. He's a little bit of a tight ass.
A little bit.
She's just like a wild card. Hijinks ensue.
Yep. The weirdest, like, detective movie ever.
It kind of feels like Scooby-Doo, but, like...
Oh, yeah.
Upgraded. I don't know why.
It kind of does. Except I think she would be Scooby-Doo.
Yeah.
Alright, we're just gonna keep talking here. I have Titans Burning Rage. This is issue number 2. I'm not gonna lie. I read this through once, flipped through it, And I still don't really understand what's happening, and I feel really stupid because I feel like it should be obvious what's happening. All I know is they are fighting the same bad guys. They're trying to stop... Names. The Disruptor. Disruptor, that's his name. They're trying to stop him from disrupting everything. He's placing things all over the town. I don't think they figure out what it does yet, but they're trying to do something to the city. And the Teen Titans have to go around, like, trying to get these things away so that they can't disrupt the city.
Are they still teens, or are they just...
They're just Titans, but they are definitely teens. I mean, like, if you look at Beast Boy in here, there's no way he's, like, at the youngest 20 years old.
Like, I probably looked like that when I was, like, 19.
Yeah, I guess he always tells fart jokes, so...
I guess it's still a teenager, though,
yeah.
technically.
But he, like, there's some pages when he looks, like, kind of grown, and then other pages where it's like, oh, that's a little boy. So, I don't know. See, like that.
Yeah.
That's like a gangly, awkward, like, 16-year-old. Anyway, so Titans are Teen Titans, whatever. They're burning with rage.
I'm sorry to do that to you. I didn't mean to.
It's okay. I'm only reading it because you guys know I love Beast Boy. I do like the Titans, too. So, whatever.
Okay. Now, me. I have History of the Marvel Universe by Mark Waid and art by Javier Rodriguez. With, hold on, Alvaro Lopez. I'm sorry to butcher everybody's names. For being Mexican, my Spanish is fucking atrocious. Anyway.
I took German in high school instead of Spanish, and I really regret that. I wish I would have taken Spanish.
I took Spanish, but I'm still not very, like, it's just the pronunciations. I'm really bad at that stuff.
Yeah. I just feel like it would have come in handy. German has not come in handy, except to list German magic cards on TCG.
There we go. Anyway, this comic book is covering Fantastic Four and basically most like major American superheroes through, like, you know, their upcoming, because you have Fantastic Four, they talk about the Hulk, they get into Namor, Doctor Doom, Iron Man, Thor, Spider-Man.
I hate that.
It's his whole costume.
I hate that even more.
It's his whole costume. Ant-Man, the Wasp, all of the X-Men, Captain America. It's just literally goes over all of that stuff in just a very, like, fluid way where it kept my attention. It was really cool. They did a nice, like, homage to the first appearance of Punisher and Spider-Man, which was cute. I like it. I haven't read the annotations yet. That's usually, like, the bulkier part of it that makes me sleepy, but also I'm interested.
I'd put on a robe and read it.
One day, like, it was one morning on a Saturday, I read, like, issue 2, and I was reading this, like, annotations and just kind of, like, nodding off. I'm like, oh, God. Like, this is information I like, but
I need it.
I need it. And then I have Guardians of the Galaxy. This is issue number 9. And it's the Universal Truth of Truth. The Universal Church of Truth.
Okay.
Universal Truth of Truth.
Well, which one is it?
Universal Church of Truth.
Okay.
It's returned. Star-Lord's dad is, like, the patriarch, or Star-Lord's, dad is the patriarch, who's, like, the leader, and he's basically trying to destroy the world. And trying to use, like, Star-Lord to help him destroy the world, and that's just didn't necessarily work in his favor, and there's a little, like, twist, I guess, at the end. It's alright. I do enjoy this book. I don't know. Something about it is just, like, I don't know if I just want to keep, like, seeing the story, or if I, like, actually care what's going on.
I have books like that. Some of them I just kind of stick with, because I'm like, well, it's almost over. I might as well see how it ends.
Yeah, and this one I just wanted to get, like, Rocket, and I got a little bit of Rocket, but not as much as I would like, personally.
Oh yeah, because this is after he explains like what happened to him. Okay, makes sense.
Okay, let's fuck ourselves up.
All right, so we have Middle West, issue 11. Keeps getting good. This is after Abel meets his grandfather, who he finds out is exactly the same as his dad, and that he's a horrible piece of shit. And Abel is very mad. Very, 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 very mad.
Yeah.
Upset.
He, just like anyone, I think this information just, rots at you. Like, you have this piece of you, and, for him, he thought this was gonna, fix him 100%. This was the answer. And I feel like it's definitely a piece of, the puzzle of Abel, and you can see it, coming, the beginning of this issue, he's just being horrible. Just so awful, and it's just because that pain is eating away at him, and I think as the issue progresses, he realizes what's actually happening.
Yeah, I think it's, that feeling of, hopelessness that really... I'm sorry, this story really fucks me up.
Oh, no.
That poor fucking kid, I can't get over it. But yeah, the hopelessness of the whole situation and how, he, at this point, thinks that there is no way to save him, so there's no reason for him to try to be something he's not. And based off of how he saw his father and his grandfather, this is the only way that he's supposed to be, so... But, of course, there's more to it than that. I love the Fox.
Yeah, I feel so bad for Fox because he's just trying, and I think he's just like any of us would be in that situation, especially once they get separated, where he's just fuck that kid, fuck his bullshit, fuck him treating me like shit, and then it's just well, no, it's not his fault.
Yeah, and I'm the only person he has.
Yeah.
And if, I leave him, what is he going to do?
Yeah, so I am really excited because I feel like you're going to get that spurt from Abel where he finally understands.
Hopefully, yeah.
Or at least can have that introspective moment.
Oh yeah, because he runs into an old friend, an actual friend who, wants to help him and actually went all that way to find him to help him. And I think with having that person around, it'll help him realize, he isn't alone and he can do what he needs to.
Okay.
Me?
You.
We each have two. So.
Yeah, I mean, technically I have one, but...
Okay,
you go.
So I have Critical Role. This is Grog's Origins. This is issue 3, and I think it was either 4 or 5 that they were doing, I can't remember, but they're basically on a mission to find or talk to this magician person to see what they can do about the darkness that's spreading into Grog that happened during a ritual. But the guy doesn't want to speak with them. He's an old fucking man. He doesn't have the time for that. So they are offered another quest that would get them into the magician's castle or whatever, but they have to do a bunch of things to do it. So they're offered, a bunch of money, and all they have to do is go in and steal something back from them, and then they'll be able to talk to the man and complete the quest and get the money. So, of course, they do it that way. But again, if you don't know anything about Critical Role, you can still read this because it's still pretty self-explanatory when it comes to the characters. The art I fucking love. It's beautiful. Colors look great. Characters are funny. I love the twins. That's all.
I just thought of that. God damn it. Thought of that episode of The Office where Dwight runs up to Michael and he's like, Michael, twins.
Oh my god. Aren't they incredible?
I love a good set of twins.
I like how Michael sets his drink down and it's like, I'm sorry, I know you understand. And then, sorry, this is stupid.
I accidentally started rewatching The Office. This is all my fault.
It's okay.
And now I'm going to talk about 2 comics at once. Death's Head, issue 2 and 3. I forgot to add this to my full file, so I had to special order the second issue. And I really like it. It's so fun. Teenie Howard does such a really great job of, like, writing a story about a character I don't give two shits about and making it, like, enjoyable and interesting to me.
We love Teenie.
Because I love Wiccan and Hulkling's relationship, and she introduces Kate Bishop in this issue as well, or issue 2 as well, and kind of brings her into the mix of, like, everybody working together. And it kind of just delves more into, like, Wiccan's, like, fact that he's just very unsure of himself and really wants to be an Avenger, and just a little boy. Just a little boy at heart who wants to try to be a big boy. And Death's Head's pretty cool. It's just, like, a giant robot. And on the first issue, they saw that there was, like, another one under the bed.
Oh, right.
And so they're basically going to find Death's Head's maker within this reality. And she's no good Nick. So, that's that. That's Death's Head. So, fun book. I have a good time.
I did enjoy the first one. And also, I feel like our nicknames should be Wiccan and Hulkling. Anyway.
We are gay boys.
So I got this trade. Technically, it came out a couple weeks ago, but I just got it today. This is Age of X-Men. Kurt Wagner is the Amazing Nightcrawler in 3D. This is really weird. I knew nothing about, like, the Age of X-Men series before I started, like, reading this.
Yeah.
I just really like Nightcrawler, and I had seen some of the first issue, I think, or one of the issues, and I was like, oh, it looks interesting. But it's basically about Kurt Wagner being an actor while also
being an X-Men.
Yeah. But yeah, it's him trying to keep a squeaky clean image while all this shit is going on, and he has to balance his life between the two. It's really weird, but I also just really enjoy it because it's funny too. I'm only halfway through it, so my opinion might change. Who knows?
We'll find out later.
Yeah, I'll tell you next week.
Alright, last but never least,
we have House of X, issue number 5 of 6. We are almost done.
We're almost done.
We have 3 issues left.
And in this issue, shit gets real fucking real.
Yeah.
Really real.
What the fuck?
I told my boyfriend, I was like, finished it, I was like, I really need to tell you about this. And he listened to me talk about it, even though he has no idea what's going on. But he did agree it was wild.
Yes. So, if you have been reading this, then you'll remember issue 4 of House of X, which was very explosive. But now I can tell you why that issue was so hard for me to read, if you guys did. I had just read the X-Men series Second Coming right before that, like literally minutes before that. So I had to watch Nightcrawler die within like 10 minutes of each other, 2 times. So that's why that was pretty difficult, because I just was not expecting that to happen. And everyone else died in the group.
Yeah, everybody's dead.
Everybody's dead.
And so I'm just going to say spoiler alert, so just stop listening if you don't want fucking this book ruined, because I don't care. I want to talk about it right now.
Oh my god. Did you see that magic?
Yeah, I was afraid. So, they resurrect these mutants. The panel in the first issue of House... Was it in House?
Yes,
where
the very first issue.
Xavier says, to me, my X-Men, and you're just like, what's going on? This is in this issue. So all of that took place after issue number 4.
Yes.
And they learned how to regenerate mutants.
Mm-hmm. Not just one person. It is, of course, a group effort.
Mm-hmm.
But also within this issue, you get to see, what they wanted, all mutants to exist on Krakoa. So that includes Apocalypse.
And bad guys.
And the bad guys. I really like the conversation that Magneto has with his daughter in this. I thought it was very interesting. But yeah, the fuck?
Yeah, there's a really cool aspect of Cerebro in here that I lost my damn mind over. I can't believe that they would do that. It was insane. Just so much about this is wild.
Yeah, and it's all really starting to come together, of course.
Yeah.
Because that's how he writes. But watch out for a man named Gold Balls. Sorry.
That's good.
But that's actually real.
Yeah, that's his name. It's fine.
Yes.
But once again, this is definitely a series to check out. I, at this point, would say probably wait for trade to pick it up, just because it's going to be collected all in one go. I'm not sure how this will tie into the new X-Men series exactly, so I can't say that you wouldn't be able to pick up the new X-Men series and not understand it. But I would assume, you should be able to.
I feel like since he's writing it, he'll probably have, a 3-page, introduction to the series, so just wait for it.
It's like a pre-book, with all of the information that we learned in House of X and Powers of X, Powers of 10 fucking books.
Okay.
Anyway.
They're both X's.
Yeah, they're both X's. And that's it. This is Wednesday.
This concludes our Wednesday.
Thank you for listening to us, as always. If you did, if not, you can go fuck yourself. You didn't get this far anyway. We love you. Go buy comic books. Support your local comic book shop. Do everything comic related you possibly can.
Talk to us about comics.
I think Heather and I are actually going to start recording on Sunday our newest longer form podcast.
Our actual podcast episode.
Yeah, we do whatever the fuck we want because it's our thing.
Yeah.
So don't worry. We'll get it done whenever we want.
Yeah.
But we love you. Goodbye. Bye.